Hello, folks. Hello, Spurs fans. It's Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I'm trying something a bit new. I'm trying to do this on a 13-year-old laptop. I don't know if it'll survive, but if it does, there we go, that's a bit better. Then I might be able to do a bit more with this. I'll stick something up on the wall behind me. Typical apartment beige. Laptop doesn't cut it from a green screen. When I was about 12, I nicked a blade of grass from White Hart Lane. And years later, when technology caught up with me, I cloned that blade of grass and got it woven into a green screen. So this is, anyway. There you go, folks. Look, I don't know. I just really wanted to come on and test this. But I saw that, might as well talk about stuff, eh? Arteta has been charged by the Premier League for what he said after the Newcastle game, when Newcastle scored a perfectly legitimate goal. And Arteta's saying, this is the worst league in the world. This is all the disgrace. I don't want to be here anymore. Well, I don't know what this charging thing means, what it does. I mean, what can they do? So I was thinking how they should punish him. And I don't want him sacked because he's rubbish. And I think he does more damage where he is. But I reckon that if the FA want to clamp down hard on it, or the Premier League or whoever is charging him, it's not the Met Police, is it? A 10 match touchline ban. That's what I'm calling for. 10 matches. No Arteta flapping his arms around for the Arsenal games. Now, have they got the guts to do this? I think they're weak. I think the Premier League's weak. I'm calling them out. That's it. I'm calling the Premier League out. You're weak on Manchester City, who just, they're now the richest club in the world, and it all looks a bit sus. They got the highest wage bill and all this. Yeah, you're weak on Chelsea because now Todd Bowley's saying, hey, I wasn't the owner when the malfeasance and turpitude was perpetrated. Well, it don't matter because, you capitalists invented this corporate stuff, so you can bloody well wear it when it don't work for you. It's the same entity. So Chelsea, down, get rid of them. Man City, down, get rid of them. Everton, it'd be a bit of a shame because I kind of feel sorry for them. But, one rule for one, all of them, get them down. So that's 3 clubs out of the way, isn't it? That's pretty good. Plus Arteta, shackled. They should put him in a straitjacket on it for his touchline ban, just so that he can't signal to people from where he's locked up. Anyway, there we go. That's how we're going today. Now, hopefully this laptop will hold up when I start putting comments on the screen. There is every chance it might not work, but I think it might. It might just be strong enough. Oh, look at that. There's a comment. Okay, first day out the blocks. We've got Captain Cockerell. What up, Paul? What up, homies? Hippie, hope you're all well. I'm all well, man. By the way, I know this will probably sound a bit echoey. I'm in a fairly empty room. I've got a vocal mic somewhere in a stand, which I'll get set up if this stream goes all right. But I don't know where they are. So, hey, it's Dave. Hello, Dave. There you go, man. Big up, Paul. Finally catching you live, my man. Oh, well. You're in for a treat. This is top shelf black label gold streaming this, eh? International break, man. International break. What do you do? I mean, it's bad enough for streamers, but I mean, you lot out there watching, you're craving Tottenham. It's like we haven't played for 2 weeks and we've got another 2 weeks to go. So you want Tottenham, you want a bit of this. And you tune in and you get this on pretty much every stream of anyone. We're all, I don't know, tap dancing. Well, some are tap dancing more than others. Me being one of the big tap dancers because I never know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Tim Pereggi. G'day, mate. Haven't been watching any of the other vlogs, but yours, thanks, man. You always watch Irish Hotspur. He's a cool guy. And Jacob from United Spurs of America. I'd recommend those two. You're always positive. You see me when I lose 6 matches in a row, mate. I'm not so positive. But at the moment, I've got no reason to be negative. Looks more laid back Aussie rather than emotional twat. Oh, well, football's all about emotion, though. I don't mind a bit of emotion. As long as you admit it's emotion and don't say you're not being emotional, then your self-awareness is a little bit lacking. Here we got here, Mapping Press Eye. What's up, Paul? 2:49 a.m. in my country. Wow, that's dedication for you. It is 8 minutes past 8 here in Sydney. 8 minutes past 8. Ah, here he is, Yasarian. G'day, man. Nice to see you. Morning, Paul and Hippies. Any real news, or will we get into some interesting tangents today? Well, it's wherever you lot steer me. You know, I'm prepared to go. You know, you won't get any cheap gimmicks on this show. No cheap stuff. Just football hard hitting. Tangents are welcome if you want to string this stream out. There's a few of you, there's a few comments, but yeah, talk about anything you like, really. The international break, nothing's happening. Dirty Sanchez, what you been up to? G'day, mate. G'day, man. I'll put hang on, I'll spruik. If you can see where I'm going on this channel and you would like to help contribute to me getting a better laptop where I can do a green screen and make it look exactly how I want, here's how you can help me out. Flipping Nora. Where is it? Hang on. Oh no, it's under. Oh, of course, it's under that one, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's the shameless plug there. Super chats and memberships are available. All right, back to the peanut gallery. What are you lot on about? I hope there are some tangents. Actually, a movie I've clicked the wrong thing. A movie I want to see. I don't know if I'll watch it today. I might watch it tomorrow. I don't know I don't know if we're talking about it here on stream or at Jacob's channel. Escape to Victory, because I haven't seen that I don't reckon I've seen that film for about maybe 30 years or something like that. World War II escape film, but it's got football in it. Sylvester Stallone stars as the world's worst goalkeeper, but it's got proper footballers in it like Pele, Ozzy Ardiles, Bobby Moore. They're the ones I mainly remember. And I remember the football, even though it's obviously choreographed, it actually looked a bit like football. So I'm going to give that a go sometime. I need some football. I need some football in the international break, so I might as well have fiction football. Richie B, no mute show today. No, it's just keeping an eye on the frame rate. It's a bit laggy sometimes. I don't know if this is a goer yet. No mute. No. I'm just using my webcam mic at the moment, which never lets me down. 10:26 p.m. in Malta. Wow, people from all over the world watching. This is great. It's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? There's me sitting in Sydney, and there's people from Asia, Europe. Oh, wow. Australia. The whole world unites. Welsh Gal, a member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. G'day, Alison. Greetings, Hotspur Hippie. And the commune already, thank God it's Friday where you are. Yeah, it is. But no, weekends don't mean much to me. My weekends tend to be in the middle of the week. That's when I take my time off, if I'm going to take time off. Weekends are full on. Driving vomity people around. By the way, Uber driver tip, someone gets in your car and as soon as you pull off says, have you got a plastic bag? That's the end of the journey. That's the end of the journey. That's what happened to me last weekend. But I avoided carnage, which was good. Where are you, Paul? Oh yeah, I'm in my studio, the Hotspur Hippie Studios now. I'm gonna get shit happening. Because I mean, even the channel as it is, I'm earning like enough money from super chats and memberships and the advertising on videos to, you know, spend a bit of money on this and do it how I want. So Poundland Pep, boo-hoo. Drooler, g'day, man. Nice to hear from you. He should have been banned a long time ago, along with his... Yeah, how does he get away with it? What, Ange put 1 foot outside of the rectangle of doom against Wolves. Was it against Wolves? No, it was against Chelsea, wasn't it? Yellow card. But Ange, being the guy he is, 10 times the man that Arteta ever will be, just said, yeah, stood outside my area. I said, yeah, just got to cop it. But it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Banning 10 match touchline ban, Premier League, or you ain't worth cock. Mountain Bushman, Stema, Evanista. but I'm doing a stream on a 13-year-old laptop, and I think it might be all right, but we'll see. I'll watch it back a bit afterwards. But I'll just do a little bit of a test, wave around a bit. There we go. Where's Gal? Oh, you're talking to each other. Talking to each other. Here we go. Richie B, international break is like watching paint dry. This one seems like worse than the last. I think it might be because we ended on a loss, couple of losses. So I'm sort of, I'm not really too down about Tottenham, I must admit, but I think the breaks go quicker when you win. Maybe you got less, hamsters running around in your head. But it is dragging out. We've got over another week. But at least this time in this international break, I just looked at England's fixtures. They're playing 2 qualifiers this time. So at least it's not a complete waste of time playing, Australia or whatever in friendlies. And then that's it. There's 2 more matches. They're getting them done. And then that's it. That's got to be the end of international breaks for a while, hasn't it? You know what? I've got the technology to check it out on this laptop. Let's have a look at Tottenham's fixtures. This might blow it all up if I do this, but we'll have a look, We'll have a go. This is why I want to use a laptop, so I can entertain you lovely people with my technical incompetence. I don't even know. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Can I do this? Will it work? Will it blow up? Hey, there we go. Seamless. That was buttery smooth. That was. All right, so let's have a look at these fixtures. So we've got Aston Villa. Might as well see what I reckon, how many points we're going to get. Aston Villa, we're playing them at our gaff. I think that's 3 points. Manchester City away. So there's a week between those 2 games. Oh, we're not playing till bloody Monday. Monday the 27th. How's that oh, God, it's only Friday here. It's another 10 days out. No Tottenham. How am I going to do content with nothing happening? Oh, well, I seem to be able to do it somehow. All right, so we've got Aston Villa, 3 points. Man City away. Oh, look, I'm confident about that one. I can't say 3 points for everything, can I? But I just can't help myself. It's 3 points, isn't it? And then we got 2 games in that week. So we're playing Man City on the 4th. Then we're playing West Ham on the 8th. And then the day after that, I've got Steve Perriman coming on the stream. I'm going to go and watching Tottenham West Ham live from Tottenham, New South Wales, which is about 6 or 7 hours drive west of me, over the Blue Mountains into the great beyond of bugger allness. So that's going to be fun, but that's 3 points. And then so we're playing a couple of games a week. That'd be fun time. That'd be a fun time. Excellent. Tricky. West Ham, we're going to win that one. We're not going to lose against West Ham. Can't see that. Tottenham, Newcastle at home, we'll win that. That's at home. That's 3 points. Let's do the next 6 games. Nottingham Forest, that's 3 points in it. And Tottenham, Everton, that's 3. So I reckon out of the next 6 games, we'll get 18 points. Look, what could we slip up on there? Okay, Man City. That's about it, isn't it? I can't do it. I can't predict draws, and I just, it don't matter, does it, what I say? Because it's got no effect on the football game. So, but hang on, let's see. There was so there's no big gaps. That's what I'm looking for. We're playing like 2 games a week there. 24th, 29th, 1st. Then we've got, there's a break there, January, but that must be FA Cup, maybe. FA Cup 3rd round proper might be coming between those 2 games, which will be exciting. And then I'm just looking here. Well, for the foreseeable future, we've got more Tottenham than you can poke a stick at. So, once we get through this last patch of international boredom, it's looking good. It's looking good for lots of Spurs. Yasarian. Sonny scored an absolute screamer against Singapore, did he? Oh, I'll have to look at that. I didn't. I haven't really followed much of the international stuff, man. I know. Hang on. Well, let's. I won't be able to look at the goal, but I want to have a look at. I want to have a look at the Argentina Uruguay. Is that on at the moment, or is that finished? Today at 11 a.m. Oh well. Well, you know what, folks? I'll see. I don't know how long I can keep this stream going. I don't think I want to keep it going 3 hours, but unless there's lots of chat and stuff. But I know Jacob at United Spurs of America is doing a watch along for Argentina Uruguay, so that might be quite interesting. I'm just hoping. The only thing I want out of that game is I don't want Romero to give little Bentancur a little tap, a little welcome to the game, Rodri. Don't want any of that, man. But we'll see. Hey, I think it's a bit juddery at the moment. It goes juddery and then it stops again. I'll look at it afterwards. What I'm kind of hoping for this setup is that the video is better than the phone. Obviously, the background don't help and the lighting, it's not very good in here at the moment. So there's work to be done. But I've got a vision in my head and I just have to take little steps to get there, that's all. But I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at that goal. Thanks for letting me know, Yasarian. Banned. Yeah, you don't have to worry about typos, man, on this channel. Oh, hang on. I've got a couple of things that are starred. That means people's giving me money. Look at this. Oh, hello. Super chats. Super chats. Tim Pereggi. Hello, man. $2. Thank you very much, man. You rock. Keep it up. You rock yourself. You rock yourself. Keep it up. Thanks, man. And we've got Welsh gal double dipping, because she's a commune member, and she's also given me £5 of King's pounds. Got to remember our colonial masters, which is I think that's about $12,000, which is not bad, eh? Borodar, just a little something towards your future new streaming gear. Thank you very much. Love this channel. Thanks, man. Yeah. Look, every cent I get, you can guarantee is going to, after I spend a bit and have a bit of fun, probably waste some. Anything that's left over, straight back into the channel. If there's anything, straight back in. That's my promise. Here we go. Marpin Prasai, play the what, Paul? Hang on, I've got to look closely at my screen. This is going to give you a very flattering look at my bald head, I think. Oh, play the, I think that's a picture of a trumpet. Well, it's trombone. I do have a trumpet somewhere. I can't play it. I can get a note out of it, but I can't play this thing. But because I used to play the trumpet, so I can do an embouchure. Conservatorium Music is looking for a new lead trombonist in their orchestra. Hit me up. Oh God, everyone wants the trumpet. It's a trombone, you Philistines. I don't. My trumpet's around somewhere. I'll have to look for it. It's funny. I live on my own mainly, but yeah. But I'll get my bass guitar in here set up as well. This is going to be my creative area. So I'm going to get all my stuff put in here. So it's going to be a good fun room. Paul blowing his own trumpet again. Well, someone's got to, man. Someone's got to. Times are hard, Yasarian. Pele was as convincing an actor as Sly was a footballer. I can't remember Pele's acting, actually. I can remember Stallone being awful, absolutely abysmal as a footballer. Although maybe not. Maybe that was just because in my child mind at that time I thought Americans didn't get football. So I might be biased against him. I might have to just wipe the slate clean and give him a fresh run and see if he can play. But I don't think he can. I don't think he can, because he was all like sort of. He seemed to reduce his surface area in goal instead of like making himself big. But I can't remember. I'll have to watch it again. But it's a good movie, I think. Did you enjoy the movie you saw it? Is it worth watching again? Nathan King, trombone had me rolling. Daniel E, the fact we're in a position now where literally we cannot afford any injuries to any of our players on international duty shows you just how screwed this team is for depth and quality. Well, I reckon it's as bad as it's going to get, man. I think that's it. And it's actually going to get better because we've got Destiny coming back for the next game. A couple of games later, Romero's back. So, injuries are specific to Tottenham Hotspur. And I mean, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the squad is thin. What it is. But, I think we're going to see we are seeing a lot of injuries in the Premier League this year because of VAR. I think that's one of the main things is VAR. It's not like robust tackling, is it? It's just bloody hamstrings and muscle strains and silly injuries like that. I mean, short of putting exercise bikes on the side of the pitch when there's a VAR decision or getting players just to run laps. I mean, I think we're going to start seeing that, really, because it just makes sense to keep the body working instead of standing around. So some team is going to start doing that. But you look at other teams when they've had injuries like Manchester City when Rodri and De Bruyne are out. It's not like they're as good as they were, because this is what I hear. Oh, Manchester City's got such depth and all that. Well, they have. I'm not saying they're worse than us, but injuries affect every team, and they haven't been great. So, we're only getting better as well, I'm positive, man. But I know what you're saying. But, Rome wasn't built in a day. That last game, the Villa game, Ange had one of his players out on the pitch, Brennan Johnson. That was it. Everyone else is out. So, we'll see what happens in the January transfer window. Hopefully we'll do a bit of business. Mapping Precise. Good night, Paul. Getting sleepy here. Well, thanks for staying up, man. I hope this makes you fall asleep. That'd be pretty cool. I like listening to podcasts that send me to sleep. The better the podcast, the quicker I go to sleep. Richie B, sounds like you need an ejector seat for the back seat. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, be handy. Up in Precise. Aussies made it to the final, though. Is that cricket we're talking about? I haven't followed any of it. Really, I don't know. I used to be far more interested in cricket, but I don't know. I've just lost interest in it completely. Like the Ashes were a big deal, even though when I was growing up, England tended to lose a lot. I mean, from 1987 to 2003, was it? We lost every series. So it was quite brutal, but I always used to watch it and have fun watching it. And recently, I watched the last Ashes series, and usually it's a no-brainer for me to follow England over Australia in the cricket, but that Bazball really turned me off. It was just horrible, arrogant cricket. It was horrible. It's supposed to be a test match, and you're trying to whack it out in 2 days. It's just not that. It's not cricket. Here we go. Daniel E, let's be honest. The international break came at the right time for us. Well, it gives it's a week that Maddison and Van der Ven have got to recover, but the suspensions are suspensions, aren't they? But yeah, good international break. We're on the back foot. Ange can get the boys working on something. Get Miller Jedinak in there, Dier, get him functioning. Let's see if we can find. They've got 10. The ones that are left anyway, because we've got most of our players are out on international duty, aren't they? So we are. Was it Daniel said earlier? We're sort of clenching a bit, hoping that they all come back safe and sound. Where is he? I'm just trying to find a picture of our coach. Where's the picture I usually use? I know I've got it on my phone, but I haven't got my phone here. How come it was top before and now it's not? Anyway, this will do. Look at this guy. It's a bit laggy laptop. There we go. There's Miller. Jaranek. Dobro. Super dobro. Hey, Dier, kakaste. Brutala. Dostoye. Man, oh man, he's fierce looking, eh? He's fierce looking. That's exactly the sort of guy you want helping out as coach. Brilliant, man. Daniel's on a roll here. We need as many days in between games as possible with this crap backup players we got. Yeah, well, got a bit of a break now, and then we're playing lots of games, so they better be a bit less crap. What are you smoking? This is the finest disposable vape. Richie B, get an interview with Eric Dier to pass the time. No, man. No. Oh, so close. So close. I forgive everything, Eric. I forgive everything. When he banged in that volley against Chelsea, I thought, I don't care that you're rubbish and you've been rubbish for 10 years. I don't care, Eric. That goal was brilliant, man. But it was disallowed. And then he was rubbish last game. And then he came out yesterday or whenever, the day before, and said, Sporting Lisbon is my only team. It's my home. I want to come back and play here someday. Dreams can come true, Eric. Hopefully in January it will come true for you, mate. I mean, that's the thing about the transfer window. We are going to have to, it's the same. It's like where we left off. Well, it is where we left off in the summer window, where we've got to get out players. We've got to get players out before we can get players in. And he's definitely top of the list. Kev Knight. Hi, Paul. Hello there. What difference a few days makes? Technology appears to have arrived in the hippie den, and now you're blowing us away with your newfound skills. Love it. I don't know, man. Maybe there's some sort of AI filter that made that trombone sound like music. I don't know, man. I've got a lot of instruments that I can't play, and maybe some of them will feature from time to time. Got clarinet. I haven't given that a go for a while. I don't know if I can even get a note out of it. Daniel Lee, that film is always a channel. It's on Channel 4 a lot, is it? Channel 4, man. I remember when Channel 4 started. Oh, that was exciting because we only had 3 channels, but it was kind of good. You knew what you needed to know. You were entertained. And then Channel 4 came along. I remember they started doing test broadcasts about a month beforehand. And it was like, oh, exciting because how old would I have been? 10 or 11, something like that. And then the channel started, a brand new TV channel, and it started with Countdown. I was a bit underwhelmed, to be honest. I thought it'd be like new, exciting stuff. That it was Countdown, and it's still bloody going, isn't it? Isara, I'd rather be a considered trumpeter than a tromboner. Oh, okay. Well, I'll get my trumpet out. I might be able to bang a few notes out of that, actually. Ori Tube. Why would you recruit Van der Ven when he has passed hamstring injury? Missed 76 days last season. Because he's bloody brilliant. That's why. He's great. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. Welshcow, Pele had one line in the film. Oh, did he? The other team, the bad guys, yeah, beat the hell out of him. Then he scores on an overhead kick. Class. What was his line? Oh God! It probably took 50 takes. All right, I'll go with that one, Pele. Oh, Mark Cousins, g'day, man. I've seen you around for a while. another member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. G'day, Paul. Yes, India versus Aussies final. Not that I've been watching. Nah, I'm not interested. I mean, out of all the cricket teams, I kind of like India, actually, at the moment. They seem to be sort of entertaining. You know, I don't really have too much national streaks in me, really. Not maybe with football, I suppose, but I don't know. Not with many other sports. Daniel E. Jedinak could do with playing for us still. We need some bloody leaders on the pitch, mate. Well, we've got some. We've got Romero and we've got Son. I think Son is fantastic. Son's a fantastic captain. Oh, it looks like Mountain Bushman's had enough. He's had enough. If I click it, where is it? Here it is. Strike! Strike! Dos Dier! Kevin Knight, Paul, we were talking about memorable goals the other day. Here's one. Alan Mullery. Oh, I like the sound of this already. Scoring against Wolves in UEFA Cup final. God, I can't remember the goals in that. We won it. Didn't we win it 2-0? I mean, I was 1, but I have watched this game. In the UEFA Cup final and nearly knocking himself out in the process. What a night. Were you there, were you? See, I missed out on cup finals, man. It was probably the UEFA Cup final in 1984 that inspired a mate of mine at school the next season, a guy called Keith, to say one day, why don't we go to White Hart Lane? Why don't we go and see Spurs play? And it's like, oh, yeah, all right. So we did. And that was it. Brilliant. Mark Cousins, regarding Eric, I thought we were the only team. I thought we were his only team. Well, that's what I thought, mate. I mean, what can you do? I might have to get a glass of water in a second. You get what a fascinating backdrop. I think, like, if I can't at least get the green screen going, I might sellotape a couple of my caftans to the wall, because at least it's colourful. It's something interesting, because, you know, I've had Coover's interior designer to help me do this. Same colour he used, you know. Anyway, I'll just get a glass of water and then I'll finish that comment. I'll get, you've said, no, yes. I forgot he bloody said that as well, Mark. He wanted his ashes scattered on the pitch. Don't you just, I've got to get a glass of water to cool down now. Just evaporated a litre through anger. Mark, why did you have to tell me that, mate? Why did you have to tell me that? Dude, is this getting a bit laggy, or is it going to calm down? I think it's going to calm down. Yeah, Eric, he said he wanted his ashes scattered at White Hart Lane, or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, seems to be a bit of a contradiction in your story there, Eric. Tottenham's you want your final resting place to be at Tottenham, but your only team is Sporting Lisbon. If your ashes were scattered at Tottenham, it would still be a better defender than you are in your current manifestation. Timmy L, cheers, Paul the Hippie. Congrats on your 7-0 thrashing of Bangladesh today. The Australian national team qualifying, going for Asian Cup qualification, which is great. Lemmy, hello, man. Another member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Saying hi, but staying away from all the anxiety surrounding 2 losses in a row. I know what you mean, man. I'm not watching much myself because, you know, international break, 2 losses. That sounds like people are going to get a bit feisty, I reckon. Bit sort of, it's all bad, doom and gloom. Like, you know, after 10 matches when we were top, people were saying, you can't tell anything, it's too early in the season. But yet 2 games later at 12, the season's over. Far from it. Look, worst comes to the worst, we can have a rough patch until January. You know, how many games is that? How many games we got? You know, let me have a look here. I did have the fixtures up, didn't I? So you just think hitting the back button. There it is. I'm just going to count up how many fixtures we've got till we get out of trouble. Oh, I can't work computers. 6. Oh, that's a lot, isn't it? 6. Maybe 7 or 8. All right, it's a lot of games, but well, what can you do, eh? Oh, you're going to have a chuckle about it. I mean, really, you know, 2 injuries and 2 suspensions, man. But well, we'll muddle our way through it. We'll muddle it. Look, even though we were rubbish, we weren't rubbish. We were not on it against Wolves because we had our B squad in. It was still better than we were playing last year, so I can't complain. Richie B, Dier is fishing for a move back to Portugal. You might be onto something there, Richie. And maybe he said he wanted his ashes scattered at Tottenham around times, remember, before Ange Postecoglou arrived at our glorious club. And Eric Dier might have been doing contract negotiations. Maybe that's when he said it. Maybe that's when he wanted his ashes at Tottenham. But now, since Ange came in and said, no, we're not doing that, mate. Now he's all Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, isn't he? Yeah, well, but you know, it's very rare you get loyalty in football anyway. You know, it's a very cutthroat business. So, that's the way it is. Darren Wimbledon, can't you just paint the wall green? Job done. Now a rink, man. But no, the thing is, the laptop can't do the green screen. I've tried it, and it's just not got enough grunt. So, but I can see. I've got that, and it's, you know, it's big enough and everything, and it's the right color. Like, it does do it, but it just doesn't do the right amount of frames. So no go. But at least I know if a 13-year-old laptop is nearly good enough, I'm going to probably just get maybe a 2 or 3 year old one second hand. Get 2, 3. I think that judged there. I'm just going to get a 2 or 3 year old laptop second hand because I think that'll do the job, and it's not going to bust the bank. It's going to be pretty cheap. Hang on, I skipped that. I do this sometimes. I click a comment and then I don't read it, and I just go to the next one. Sorry, Donovan. PB and J makes the best of a day. Yeah, well, Jacob's coming on, not coming on here later. He's doing his own thing, doing a watch along. I've not done a watch along. I don't think I will. I don't know. I think it'll be quite a boring stream because I don't really say much during games. Here we go. Daniel E. Has a leader, though, what Romero done against Chelsea is not a good leader. He got away with the first lunge and still did not learn, and then done that tackle. He set the wrong example that game. Roy Keane, he was a tough captain. Graham Roberts skippered Spurs on occasion. He was no lightweight. Gary Mabbott, Steve Perryman. These are all Tottenham captain. Ledley King, he didn't put the boot in too much though. But there's a few examples of one non-Spurs player and Spurs players that, you know, leaving a boot in is setting an example sometimes. And yeah, he cocked it up. Look, the worst is he just cocked it up in that one. That's all it was. I don't think it was anything disastrous at all. He's had 1 red card, 2 yellows this season. First 4 or 5 games of the season, not even conceding 1 foul. So, nah, I have to disagree with you. Yeah, I think Romero is fantastic. Fantastic. He's one of the world's best centre backs. And when you've got one of the world's best centre-backs, I can take a red card now and then. I really can. Hopefully, when we build more of a squad, we can weather these things, you know, because I don't mind players getting the odd suspension here and there. I really don't. But we haven't got the cover quite at the moment to do that. But that I'm optimistic. I think that will happen. We'll see what happens in January, but I think we're on the road, you know. Kev Knight, yeah, I was there, Paul. Wow, just along from the shelf. That's where you got to be. That was the place to be, man. And bang in line with the winning goal from Mullery. So you're at the Park Lane end, was it? That was always the end I used to go on the shelf because it was near the away fans and you could point your finger and shout at them. If you think the atmosphere is great now, that night blew the roof off. The atmosphere on the shelf was, it was the best place on planet Earth, wasn't it? I used to love it. Love it. Daniel E, it's not the 2 losses, it's that performance against Wolves that's got me really pissed off. Well, look, what about the first 10 games of the season then, Daniel? You know, I mean, that's enough to put a smile on your face. It's enough to put a smile on my face and carry it through. You know, no team plays brilliantly every game and wins every game. That just doesn't happen. So, oh well. But I can tell you're down. Hopefully a couple of wins when the boys come back will put a smile back on your face. And hopefully Romero gets a hat-trick. James Paratroop, Sonny scored a banger against Singapore. Yeah, Yasarian mentioned that, man. So that's something I'm going to check out. Sonny is he's back at his best. He's getting better than his best. He's I'm liking the way Sonny's going at the moment. Daniel Lee, well, if we're going by the mad stories we've seen, Dier could not be not in Portugal but in Germany. Yeah, well, he's got so there's 3 possibilities, isn't there? There's Sporting Lisbon, there's Bayern Munich. Come on, Harry, do us one more solid. Persuade them that Dier is the man they need. And the other team was, I don't know if this is gone a bit cool now, was Jose Mourinho at Roma. Was after, well, this might be all Eric Dyer's agent talking all this crap, though. It's hard to know what the truth is. But there's opportunities for him to get out of the bloody club, you know, which would be nice. Daniel, if he can get away with it, mate, but we know with VAR, mate, players doing stuff like that is madness. Well, I still like it. I don't mind it. He got it wrong. Yeah, I'm not saying he got it right. He got it wrong. Clearly got it wrong. But I forgive him. Let me. I'm standing in front of a water dragon. If you want to have a look, Paul. I really can't. I don't think this laptop will handle doing anything more than I'm doing, man. So, but thanks, Lemmy. When I get things sorted out, yeah, of course, come on any time, man. I don't know water dragon. Daniel E, you say you don't mind players getting a ban every now and then, but let's say you're all right. You're bringing it at me, Daniel E. I can take it, man. Getting a ban every now and then, but let's say, okay, well, we're talking hypotheticals now, aren't we? So, I mean, really, the rest of this sentence is going to be like, oh, bollocks, isn't it, Daniel? Because you're saying, let's say. So, but anyway, I'll persevere with your hypothetical shit that hasn't happened yet. Let's say Romero gets another 2 red cards. What? That's 9 games he would miss. Or he might not get another. Here's my counter hypothetical. He doesn't get another red card all season. There you go. Kev Knight, Alan Mullery. Captain Alan Murray was a key player for the Spurs, that team that won the 72 UEFA Cup. Yeah, I've been watching. There's lots of Spurs games from the early 70s that you can watch on YouTube. And I think they're because I started watching it couple of international breaks ago because it's not a team I'm that familiar with. You know, the 60s and all that, even though there's not much footage, the players you kind of grow up knowing, I suppose, from stories. And in the 80s onwards was the team I used to watch. But that early 70s team is a bit. So I've been watching quite a bit, and they were entertaining as all hell, man. Loved it. Spurs team that won the 72 UEFA Cup final. His header in the second leg was the decisive goal in the 3-2 aggregate victory over Wolves. Wow. Wow. It's a bit of a bummer playing Wolves in the final, though, now, I mean, but Wolves. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Darren, welcome to the commune. Let me just go through the benefits of being a member. Well, you get my best wishes. That's top of the list. That's about it, really. But thank you. Now and then, members get, very rarely though, so I don't want to make this a selling point. Basically, members get bugger all, except a little thing now, like a video now and then. But it's, you know, it's not worth it. I wouldn't be paying for it. But what am I saying? Thank you, Darren. New member to the Hotspur Hippie commune. I'll have to update my video at the end to put your name on the credits. I remember now. Sometimes I've been known to forget doing it, but I'll try and make a concerted effort. But you will get in there, man. Thanks very much for the support, Darren. Brilliant, man. Kev Knight. And yes, by being there on the night, I'm giving my tender age away. Ah, well, yeah. Well, I was one. But you know, you've seen the good times in football, man. Oh, I'm just glad I went to see some of it myself. You know, in the '80s when you could all stand and all that on the shelf, and there weren't cameras at every game. So if you weren't there, that's it. You didn't see it. And it was good times to be a football fan. I'm glad. I'm really glad I'm old enough to have just seen it, because I don't think it is as good now. I just don't. James Paratrooper, if Dier goes to Bayern, Kim Min-jae will throw hands. Will come here, you mean? Is that what you reckon? Or throw hands. Like he'd be, oh my lord. Oh, because he'd be partnering Dier, wouldn't he? Yeah, he wouldn't be happy with that. But you know what Harry wants, Harry gets, I reckon, because he's scoring a lot of goals out there. Keep him happy. Faz Redfar, 3-1 Spurs. Big up this season was supposed to be a transition. Yeah, absolutely, man. Don't understand why our fans get angry after 2 defeats. Clickbait, partly some of it, I think. Don't get me wrong. When we suck, and we suck for, you know, we're like endemically horrible, I'm not happy. But at the moment, like you say, transition, this is all bonus stuff, really. I mean, look, we're 4th in the league, 2 points off the top. I couldn't even force myself to be unhappy about that. We need to give Ange at least 2 seasons, provided Levy backs him in the next windows. Exactly. Ange has got a plan. We're just seeing that unfold. And every time I've seen Ange put his plan into action, there's lots of that going up. Lots of that happening all over the place. James Paratrooper, if Dier goes to Bayern, he will be humbled taking orders from an Asian guy like Kim Min-jae. Well, let's hope he does. Oh, bloody hell. What's going on here? I've just seen this. Darren Wimbledon, 50 quid, man. Wow, thank you for the new tech. Well, something like that definitely brings it forward. Wow. Because I was thinking kind of the new year. Because I think, to get a new laptop, I'm probably only going to have to spend, I don't know, maximum, I reckon. Look, even if I've got a brand new one, which I ain't going to do, that'd be $1,000. So a second-hand one, I reckon $500. So January, but that's a real healthy whack of that, man. Thank you very much, Darren. Double dipping, becoming a member, and a super chat. Wow, thanks, dude. Be up, Darren, with a super chat. Yeah, man, that's cool. I think that's my biggest ever, that is. I suppose it's going to happen sooner or later. Thanks, Darren. I'll definitely have to put your name on the credits now. Definitely. Can't bloody type for the new tech, mate. Yeah. I understand. Don't worry. Typing is not a requirement on this channel. You'll never see me go, they can't type. Because, I mean, that's the way the world is now. When all this typing and texting was new, I was a bit of an arsehole about that sort of thing. Oh, well, you've said there instead of there. But I'm as bad as everyone else with my typing now, so I can barely even write. It's not required skills in the human race anymore. That's all right. Hello, everyone's thanking Darren as well. Thanks everyone. That's very nice of Darren there. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I appreciate this, and it's good. It's good because I do want to make this look, a bit less shit. That's what I want to do. That's my goal. Kev Knight, Harry only want Dier out there because no one else speaks English. He needs a mate. He's a little buddy. I think they were like that, weren't they? I don't know. It seems to be going well for Harry at the moment. And because Tottenham are doing well, I'm very generous. Well done, Harry. I hope he wins the Bundesliga. I hope he wins the Champions League as well, because I certainly don't want any other English team to win it. I mean, I don't want any team anywhere apart from Tottenham to win. I can't. When I'm a neutral, I just want both teams to, have a comedy of errors. My cousin Darren Bigger, that's about $1 billion Australian dollars. It's not far off, actually. I might actually, with that super chat, I might just buy a uranium mine and just do nothing. I think that's the way. That's the plan, isn't it? Mark, it's better. I've already read that one. It's going well. There's a few people in watching. 42 people. That's nice. I don't care how many likes I've got. It'd take me too long to figure out how to find it. And I don't know. If you click like, that's cool, I suppose. I don't know how it works. Daniel, Kev Knight, Darren Wimbledon. That was absolutely outstanding super chat money. What a star you are. Yeah. But, I've got to temper it with, this is the Hotspur Hippie commune. This is not capitalist pig commune. So even though I'm not saying I'm not appreciative of the money, but just don't feel obliged, people. Some people can't. I've been in this position recently where I've just not been able to do anything like that. So if you're in that boat or you don't want to, totally cool, man. Totally cool. No explanations or anything required. Don't feel bad. Just enjoy watching. It's all that's required. Because if you don't enjoy watching, what's the point? You could go and watch this guy here instead. Jacob at United Spurs of America. Hit the likes. Thanks, Jacob. I'm looking forward to your watch along. Did make me laugh yesterday. Goddamn international break. This is my Jacob impression. Goddamn international break. It sucks. It sucks ass. I hate the international break. Join me tomorrow for a watch along international football. What a sellout. You're a sellout, Jacob. What a flip-flop fan. It was brilliant. James Paratroop, I had a dream that one day Tottenham Hotspur won it all. Wow, I've not had that. I've only had one Spurs dream that I can remember, and it was fairly recently. And I thought it was a good omen before a game, and it turned out not to be the truth. Dreams can't tell the future, folks. I know, but I dreamt I was playing at fullback and striker somehow. So I scored a goal. It's a good goal. It was right on the edge of the box. Took it straight in. And Sim from We Are Tottenham TV was the manager. He didn't really do a lot. He was wearing an Adidas tracksuit, and he was running up and down the touchline with a bucket of water and a sponge. But I scored a goal for Tottenham, so it was a pretty good dream. Daniel E, it's all right because by next summer, the Germans won't be liking Harry Kane when he lifts the Euros for England against Germany in the final in Munich. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the final's in Munich. Look, I think they'll forgive him. Of course they'll forgive him. I don't think Germany will get to the final. Germany look rubbish at the moment. For some reason, I don't know what's up with the German national team. Bearing in mind, they have only they've won one World Cup. Germany has. The same as England. One. And just while everyone's typing there, I don't even have to look. Someone's going to have said something. The other World Cups were won by West Germany. completely different country, so they don't count. Side answer, evening, young Paul. Oh, well, thank you. You must be like 90 then or something. Hello, Si. How you going, man? Spurs GCTV. Hello, man. G'day, Paul. Hope you do well. Nothing much cooking due to international break. Yeah, it's boring, isn't it? Bring on Villa for a massive bounce back. That's what we want. Bit of that. I'm not Tottenham enough. I feel like being more Tottenham. I need more Tottenham. The international break. Hang on. There we go. I'll just have to wear this until we kick off against Villa. There we go. I feel a bit more Spursy now. That's good. John Purcell, come on, you Spurs. That's it. That's what we say. Mark Cousins, yes, Paul, you've got to be better than Dier. Well, somewhere, I mean, you know, it was better than Eric Dier. This would be a better defender than Eric Dier. That's it. Look, point. Oh, an attacker's coming. Put my arms behind my back. Move away, back away. Give them as much space as possible. You can't teach an old Dier new tricks, can you? James Paratrooper, I want to see Sonny, Richie, Kulu, Brennan crying. Because they won the league. A happy ending. Yeah. I mean, it's still possible, isn't it? It's still possible. We're in the title race. Captain Grandma, the reason they wanted Kane in the Bundesliga is so that they could kick the shit out of him in the last game of the season so he can't play in the Euros. Well, I haven't got a tinfoil hat, but that's quite a theory, man. I mean, Bayern did play an awful lot for Harry Kane, didn't they? So maybe the old, I don't know, what's the German government called? I've forgotten. It's not the Reichstag, is it? No, that's the wrong. I don't know what they're called. The German government might have been involved, you reckon? Bit of sabotage. But I mean, I don't think but England aren't very good though. So what a waste of money. You think they would have bought Luka Modric instead? And no, you can't kick Luka though, can you? He's a nice guy. Daniel Lee, I was literally just about to say that as well about Germany winning more World Cups, and then I realised what you were going to say. Mark Cousins, Germany being crap is a good thing in my book. Oh yeah, absolutely. I wasn't. Did I look upset about it? No. Well, if I did, I didn't. It's not the emotion I try to portray. It's like, yeah, brilliant. Because they were always just. I don't know. They were just always good, weren't they? They were always in there, in the mix, threatening to win stuff. England always seemed to have a really good team on paper, the golden generation. I've lived through fucking 50 golden generations of English football. This is the time. This is the one. Mikel Gregorio. Hi, Paul. Finally caught you live. Hello, man. Welcome. Yeah, different time of day, this one. Kev Knight. Paul, I regularly watch one or two other Tottenham channels, but yours is unique that you talk to everyone through the chat room. You're the only one that does that, and it's refreshingly good. Oh, okay. Oh, Jacob does that as well. But it's because I'm doing it on my own as well. And I quite like doing it like this. I do, when I get better equipment, I'll have people on time from time to time, but I don't know. It's not something I don't like. Other channels do that better than I do. All right, I don't think that's my thing really. I quite like doing it this way, but But thanks, man. Thanks, man. Ah, right. Now I got you, Mikkel. Okay, I remember that. Was it Lansbury Drive or somewhere? Yeah, Hillingdon. Well, what school did you go to? I went to Dowie Martyrs and I went to Botwell Primary. So I'll see that brings up some rivalries. And then I went to St Dominic's in Harrow for sixth form. Sorry, I'm playing in both fullback and striker positions during a match. Fits with Ange's system, Paul. Sign me up, Ange. Sign me up. I mean, if Everett dies on £85,000 a week, I don't know, 5,000. I mean, that's a steal, isn't it? It's a steal. So not too far from reality at all. No. It's almost fact. Almost. Bundestag. Is that what it's called? Bundestag. Okay. James Paratrooper says, all right, that's cool. Bundestag. So they've arranged for Harry Kane to be nobbled. Well, we better watch out for other German teams buying international superstars then, haven't we? Faz Radfar, 3-1 Spurs. Arteta charged by the FA over his VAR comments. Good for him and Arsenal. Yeah, well, I don't know what that means. That's the way I opened up. But since a few people have arrived here, I did talk about it a little bit. I don't even know what that means, what sanctions they can impose. Because, I mean, they should throw the book at him for what he said. It's one goal we're talking about. One goal. He didn't look at his own team and think, oh, why have I only had one shot on target all game? He blamed everything else. Because he's weak. He's a pretender. He's not the real deal, Arteta. And I don't know what sanctions they could do. I'd like to see a 10-match touchline ban. 10 matches. 10 matches, you're not even visible, mate. Not even visible. That'd be fantastic. What's it going to be? £10,000 fine? Something like that? Oh, that's a big penalty, Premier League. You're not a toothless animal at all, are you? Daniel, I mean, it's just the language I find weird. The Premier League has charged Arteta, making it sound like there's some police force. The Premier League fuzz or something. I don't know. Nothing's going to happen, is it? It's going to be like, that's it. Maybe you get a red card. I mean, what's that? Maybe 1 to 3 game suspension, something like that. Daniel Lee, I know, but so many other big countries are crap at the moment. I think it's either England or France that wins it. It's true. There's a lot of mediocrity in football generally. I think there's no lot of really huge stars. Probably maybe even Harry Kane and Erling Haaland are the big stars in the world at the moment. Mbappe, but there used to be loads. I'm talking about footballers that they become household names to not just football fans. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. What I'll do is I'll bring up the old. I was looking at this a while ago. A list of Ballon d'Or winners, and you just look at the names, and like there was a couple of players that won more than one, or a couple, or a few, but they were spread out because there was just so many really good players. Hang on, let's just see if I can get a list up. There we go. That looks like a list. So if I click that, it should come up. Where are the superstars at the moment? Oh, this is so laggy. I don't know. I don't know if this is cutting the mustard. Very laggy. It's juddering. Maybe that's better. Oh, look, some of the names. I'll just read out some of the names here. So let's go back. I don't know. Well, it started in 56, the Ballon d'Or. I want to go through some of these names, man, because it's interesting. First person to win was Stanley Matthews in 56. Then you had Di Stefano, Lev Yashin, Dennis Law, Eusebio, Bobby Charlton, Albert, George Best, Gerd Muller, Johan Cruyff, Beckenbauer. Cruyff won another couple, then Beckenbauer, Kevin Keegan, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Michel Platini, Ruud Gullit. I mean, look at this. Marco van Basten, Lothar Matthäus. And then you get to, read more. Bloody Michael Owen won one, did he? How'd that happen? Was he the last English player to win the Ballon d'Or? Michael Owen. Oh, well. And then you get past the year 2000 when the world ended. The world did end in the year 2000, but we're just hanging around for some reason. Then it just very quickly goes into Messi, Ronaldo. There's a Modric in there somewhere, And that says to me there's not many superstars out there for some reason. I think it might be overcoaching in football. The individual flair has just been formularized out of players. It's all coaching by the book, by the tram lines, by the numbers. It's all become risk averse, safety first. So if you're a really good footballer with the potential to become one of those great superstars, you'll still become a great footballer, but within the confines of what you're told to do. I think it's a shame. Craig the Gecko Man. Have you seen the movie The Game of Their Lives? No. About US beating England. What is that, 1954 or something? Something like that. Best bit is England hitting the crossbar 20 times. You know what? I've never even heard of this film. The Game of Their Lives. The Game of Their Lives. Never heard of it, man. When was this? 2005. Gerard Butler, he's always, a hired gun for top quality films. John Reese. Patrick Stewart. What? Hang on, they've got to have bloody footballers in here as well, haven't they? Come on, can't have a football game without footballers. No footballers. But I think I'll watch that though. I'll watch that because old England, we're the world's best team. We're too good for this FIFA rubbish. Oh, turns out we're crap. America beat us. Hungary, they were a good team at the time, weren't they? Ferenc Puskás, the bloke that taught Ange Postecoglou some of it. Thanks, Craig. That's I'll put that on my list. Mark in, how are you, my good man? I'm all right, Mark. Do love that you chat back to everyone just in my way to work on the train. Enjoys the nights, lol. Yeah, well, it's easy to manage. I mean, it's also easy to manage at the moment because, the viewers are, 44 at the moment. When it gets like above 100, it's hard to keep up with comments, and I do have to skip some. But at the moment, I can just read them all. There's another starred thing here. Does that mean that someone else has done something wonderful? Oh, look at this. I don't know if I can't even remember if I mentioned this or not, but Mikhail Gregorio from West London, £4.99. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. That's cool. Hillingdon. It's like I say Hillingdon, and no one, even people from London, they've never heard of Hillingdon. It's like pretend London, isn't it? Here we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to find, because when you, I won't explain it, but I'm just trying to find my place in the comments. Here we go. Lyndhurst Gardens, but my parents took me to Wales when I was. Oh well, yeah, okay, well you. Oh, more Welsh then, eh? Yucky da. Spurs GCTV Q. Yeah, if the comments get out of control, stick in a queue. Will bring it up for me. Q, which is more likely, Arsenal winning the league this year? Well, I mean, I can tell you the chances of that. Or a Yowie popping in for a cuppa. Aha, there we go. There we go. A bunyip. Yeah, a bunyip just running past on my balcony. Kevin Knight, Paul, if Dier had 2 left feet, he'd be dangerous. But he's only got 1. He's just useless. Oh dear, what a shocker! Shocker. I mean, I don't like bagging players, but I kind of do sometimes because when Eric Dier just does my head in. I mean, yeah, I can understand to a certain extent it's not his fault because it's the club and we bought him and all that. But for pity's sake, Eric, keep your mouth shut when you're talking about other clubs. Mate, you don't make it easy for us, man. You don't make it easy. Every time you open your mouth, you cock it up, mate. James Barrett, PSG purchased Lee Kang in for 18 months. We should have purchased him and Kim Min Jae with the Kane money. We had to get people out. I think we had to get people out the door. Too many players on our books. Look, I mean, I'm buying that as a reason. That'll do me for now. I think we did all right in the summer. Could always do more. But I mean, those are the sorts of players we'll be getting in the next windows. I think that sort of ilk should be good. Mark Cousins is coming in heavy. Power's gone to your head, Mark. Mark has been installed as the Premier League head honcho, the Supremo, and he's saying hopefully relegate and deduct 1 million points from Arsenal. I, for one, welcome Mark as the new chief of the Premier League. I think he's firm but fair, and it's unlucky for Arsenal. I will miss them as it takes them probably about 100,000 years at that rate to get back into the Premier League. They're 1 million points behind because, I mean, obviously, I think you mean that rolls over. You don't just have 1 million this year. You've got to eke away at that for the rest of your existence as a club. I like that. It's only fair, though. It's only fair. So it's an example. We can't have managers mouthing off like that. Fans Redfar, 3-1 Spurs. FA should deduct points of Arsenal. Arteta's comments. I think he'll be touchline banned for 2-3 games. Yeah, it's probably going to be 2-3 games, isn't it? I think that. But yeah, deduct points. I would laugh so hard if they did something wild and wacky like that, like really came down on Arsenal and got points off them or something like a 10-match touchline ban or something. It'd be brilliant. Could you see all those gooners out there? Reprehensible. Be brilliant. Daniel Lee, look at that list, man. I know. Beckenbauer, Cruyff, Hullet, yeah. Those, different planet, aren't they? Seriously, these players these days don't know what real brilliance is other than Messi. Yeah, Messi's like the last man standing, isn't he? And some people would say Ronaldo. I probably wouldn't quite say that myself, but I get it how people would say it. Messi, definitely. I mean, the Ballon d'Or, what was the controversy over that? I mean, if Haaland's any good, he's probably going to win it. Maybe this year. Could be him or Harry Kane, though, the way Kane's going. Where's the next star, man? That's it. The sanitized version of the game. It's not good for its future, Not good for its future. You want to get kids excited. Have heroes. It's fun. James Barrett, Escape to Victory was a great football movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it for so long. Okay, I'm glad that you said that, though. I'm whetting my appetite. I'm going to see if I can get hold of it somewhere and watch it. James Barrett, why does Arsenal sound like a-hole? It just does, doesn't it? Plumstead FC. They weren't even in London. Daniel Lee, when a player is still here after 9 years, dude, tell me about it. That's on the club. On the club for letting it get to that situation. This is his second contract at us. Yeah, it's a ridiculous situation, isn't it? How it's happened. Hopefully these days are over now, though. That's the thing. I'm hoping. Well, he's not getting another contract, is he? So that's good. Darren Wimbledon. I think we'll get some players in. Who tells the world their pockets are full? Not Mr. Levy. Yeah, I saw. I mean, this is the thing about the press. These are two totally contradictory stories. One is Levy has said he's got no money, or a source close to Levy, whatever that means. So that's one story. I've forgotten who wrote that. The other story from Alistair Gold is that we got about 50 million quid to drop. So I don't know what the truth is. Look, if we don't buy any players, I'm going to be disappointed. But I think that's such a remote chance. I'm not even going to put it in my brain. I think we're going to buy one player. If we buy more than one, look, one is satisfactory for me in a January window. Two or more, you're having a good January window. So we'll see how we go. But look, I'd imagine that the revenue of Tottenham has been going up as well, because there's a real feel-good thing about Tottenham at the moment, which, you know, people would be spending more money, buying more shirts, So they'll be paying attention to that and not wanting to harm that either. So, you know, I'm hoping that things are going well at Tottenham. And, you know, my main hope is just that Ange Postecoglou will manage Daniel Levy. I know it's a high hope, but I think he's the kind of guy that could do it. He's got the right personality for it. You know, people like Conte and Mourinho didn't have the personality for it. Too abrasive. Kev Knight, Paul growing up in Islington. Yeah. What was the pub I went to in Islington? Firkin and Gherkin? Gherkin and Firkin? Something like Pickle and Gherkin? I don't know what it was. I used to do stand-up. I did a stand-up spot there. Fig and Gherkin. It was one of the nights I did stand-up and it went well, because I was always hit and miss on stand-up. Sometimes I sucked. Sometimes I was all right. I was surrounded by gooners. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? When I went to sixth form in Harrow, only Spurs fan. They were all Arsenal, man. It was horrible. And they won the bloody league in the last minute at Anfield. Oh, God, I had to suck shit for a year after that. Only local Spurs fan took me to the Lane, aged 13. About the same age as me, to watch Spurs. Don't disappear off the screen when I'm reading it. Watch Spurs lose 3-1 to Man City. Been a lily white fan ever since. Well, that's the way it goes. Once you're in, man. Mark Cousins, sources close to Levy. That'll be Donna Cullen. Well, okay, they're both lying. I mean, they can't lie in bed straight, can they? Donna Cullen. Remember, was it the pre-season tour when Donna Cullen and Daniel Levy rocked up in tracksuits? It was the most embarrassing photo. The lack of self-awareness for those two to wear training gear. Why? Horrible. Hang on, where is it? I can't live with this image on my brain. I've got to infect you lot with it. I think it was in Singapore, wasn't it? Pre-season. Might take me a while to find this, unless it comes up immediately, because I've got lucky. I don't think I'm going to get it. I know I've got it on my phone. I always say that. Pre-season. Maybe... tracksuits pre-season. It's not going to happen, is it? It's a terrible photo. Ugh. So yeah, they're a good couple, aren't they? Spurs GCTV having no money to spend in. Sorry, the comments up and down. So spend in January could be smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I think so. You don't want to start telling clubs, "Oh, we got loads of money. Hey, look at us." Transfer windows are a bit poker game, in my opinion. Yeah, they always are, aren't they? Always are. Daniel E. I don't get it, because if there's no cash, well, we don't know this, man. We don't know this. It's been in January. We used all the Kane money in the summer. That means we only spent 32 million without the Kane money. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just going to wait and see what happens in January. There's too many numbers. So I suppose we need to use some of that money and kick Don Bella out the door. Well, if we can keep loaning him out, which is a big question mark, we'll see. Are they trying to fool us Spurs fans, Daniel Lee? What, leaving colour? Oh, probably. I don't know. Ronald M. Good old Kentish Town. Hello. Born in Islington near Highbury. Oh, yeah, here you are. You saw the light. I hope you're a Tottenham fan. I think you are, aren't you? Yeah. Kev Knight, Paul, I know what you mean about being surrounded by gooners. Oof. Not only did I live amongst them, my school back then was full of them too. Boy, oh boy, they were tough times, but it makes a man out of you. And it made me more Tottenham, because I don't like going with the flow. I'm a bit of a contrarian. And so the more Arsenal fans that I'm surrounded, the more preposterously Tottenham I get, and the more adamantly Tottenham I'll be. And they don't get it. They can't compute, because they've won loads of stuff, especially at that time. They were winning the league. And I'll be saying, no, you suck. Tottenham's better. You can't say that. Yeah, I can. I just did. Arsenal are crap. Based on nothing. It wasn't based on results, I can tell you that. Because every time I used to go and watch Tottenham Arsenal, it always felt like we lost 2-1 every game. But that's what I like about football. It's silly. You can be silly with it. Darren Alton grew up in Enfield. Okie dokie. Arsenal supporters were an aggressive minority. Is that right? In Enfield, okay. So Tottenham. So Enfield's a real Tottenham stronghold, is it? I didn't know that. Arsenal supporters were an aggressive minority. Leeds were hated at the time. Of course they were. They're still hated. I'm too young to even remember Billy Bremner and Giles and all that, but I don't like them. Dirty Leeds. The Clough movie is a good watch. I've seen that movie, and this is a general problem I have sometimes with biopics based on real people, because I know that they have to make a movie. You have to make stuff up, and that's where I can't just go with the flow and enjoy it. But there is a great documentary about Clough, and it starts off, I think, with Leeds. That interview he did with Don Revie, where Brian Clough's talking about, I believe in fairies at the bottom of the garden. I wanted to win it better than you. Called I Believe in Miracles. Brilliant movie. It's really more about the Nottingham Forest Cup run, but it's loads of old players in it, lots of Clough. Brilliant. Mark Cousin, I was born in Somerset, which is nowhere near Highbury or White Hart Lane. But I mean, you had the Wurzels, didn't you? So, Wurzel Gummidge, does that count? Craig the Gecko Man, once in a lifetime doco about New York Cosmos. Okay, all right. What's this? Another football movie I've never heard of, eh? Would this be like the Pele years or something like that? Of course, it brings up the Talking Heads song. I should have realised that, because that's my favourite group. Extraordinary story of the New York Cosmos, or Cosmos. It sounds funnier. 2006. Okay, let's have a look at this. Is this See, there I go. I don't mind I've got my problem with biopics, and then I'll probably watch that one about the USA England game, and I'll probably watch this. Is it? Okay, so this is a documentary. Johan Cruyff. Wow. Okay. Excellent. Thanks, man. Why is it all fucked? Oh, I'm back. I think I'm back. I don't know. Don't know what happened there, folks. Laptop, man. I don't know if I'll be able to use. Okay, it's smoothing out now. Just hasn't got the grunt to do it. Damn. But yeah, no, in case that didn't come through, because I saw I was lagging there. Yeah, that looks like an interesting documentary. I'll watch that as well, man. Thanks for that. You need things like this in the international break. Thank you, folks. So there's 2 new movies that I've never heard of. James Paratrooper. Oh, I am getting jerky now. I put a base version of Linux on this laptop, thinking it would just eke a bit of life out of it. It's pretty hit and miss. Oh well. James Paratrooper, I think this international break has been really good timing. Yes, it gives injured players time to heal and Ange time to tell them how to play bleeding football. Coach the living daylights out of the team. Absolutely, it does, man. 100%. Oh, and don't tell me this, man. Mark Cousins, the Wurzels were all Cockneys. I mean, it could be a fib, but it sounds true. I didn't even think of that, man. Oh, no, they did cultural appropriation on Somerset, did they? Oh, bugger. So it was all, oh, no, that puts it in a different light. That's more mocking, isn't it now? I thought it was more of a celebration of that. No, it's just, oh, I'm from London, you country bumpkins. Oh, bugger them. Bugger them. The only band I think one band that springs to mind that they did a good job of sounding like somewhere where they're not from is Creedence Clearwater Revival from California, but they sound a bit sort of Louisiana, New Orleans, on the bayou and all that. I think they cracked it. But the Wurzels, oh, bugger them. Bugger them. They're dead to me. They're dead to me now. Dead to me. Kev Knight, Paul, Steve Perryman will be joining you in a few weeks. Yeah. 9th of December, or is it 8th of December? Something like that. I'm sure most, if not all of us, we want to watch that live. Is there any way you can post a reminder on here and near the time? Oh, yeah. I'm all over that, man. I will, and I'll schedule that well in advance. So, yeah, because I don't want people to miss that. And you know what I might do? Because like, when I'm doing that stream, I'm not sure, because I do, no offense, everyone, but I do want to spend my time chatting to Steve, because I had his poster up on my bedroom wall when I was a kid. And he's a really solid, decent bloke. Very interesting when he talks about football. He's on the money. So I probably won't be going backwards and forwards to chat. So maybe what I'll do is when I start posting announcements and things, if you've got a question that you want to ask Steve, I'll put this when I post it. Any questions for Steve? I'm not promising I'll ask him at all. But, if there's anything I think that's interesting that he hasn't been asked before, that's where I want to go with it as well, because I'm sure a lot of us know a fair bit about Steve Perryman and how he joined Tottenham, was scouted by Bill Nicholson as a schoolboy in the schoolboys final at Salvatorian College. And I want to try and ask him stuff he hasn't been asked before as much as I can. But I'll give an opportunity for people to leave questions, because it'll also be useful for me, because I've basically got 3 questions I want to ask him, but I don't want to interrogate him. I want to have it more of a chat. So, Steve, what's your favourite colour? If you didn't play football, what would you be doing? But questions will probably help me out as well. If there's a good question in there, I'll use it. I might even give people credit. I don't know. That might be hard though. No. I will. That'd be not fair for me not to, wouldn't it? So I have to do that. Spurs GCTV. West Country Spurs, Mark. Emblem will be a chicken on a straw bale. That's all right. Yeah, why not? Dan Wimbledon. Talking to each other. James Patrick. Well, no, I didn't really look. I suppose. Look, in fairness, I haven't searched for football movies because the thing that popped into my head was if I do that, it's just going to come up with that FIFA or FIFA. Is this the one you're talking about? Goal. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Maybe not. Okay, so James is saying Goal is a good football movie. Kid goes to Newcastle United. Good movie about father and son, relationship with teammates, and what it means to be a good man. The ending made me emotional. Oh, well, that's another one I'll look at. It's not the FIFA one, though, is it? Because I remember if that's the FIFA when it came out, it looked a bit, I don't know, but you're making it sound interesting. So just seeing if I'm lagging. Yeah, I'm doing all right. What time is it? How long we go? We're going an hour and a half. Wow. There's a few people watching, so I mean, if you want to put some comments in and get me chatting about something else, or we can just wind it up. You know, it's up to you lot, really. I'm not busting a gut. I'll be working late tonight, doing a night shift. So all those lovely party goers, they're so much fun. It's really fun when you have someone in the car and they ask you the same question every 2 minutes because their hypothalamus is screwed because they're so pissed they can't make new memories. But I use that to my advantage because I take the piss out of them sometimes and then they forget. Okay. All right, I'll just give it a couple of seconds here, see if there's anything else that pops up. I could flat. Maybe. Oh no! Hang on. What does it look like if I do the colours on this thing? How does that look? A bit dark. Unfortunately, I've got a window right there as well. I'm just trying different colours. I'm just experimenting. I'm experimenting on here. What about the fast colour? How does that look? Warmer colour. Turn it up a bit, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I've got some comments in. God, you all hung around for me doing that. Dedication. James Paratrooper, the father in the movie, reminded me of my dad. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Paul, thinking of posters on bedroom walls. My first girlfriend had a massive one of David Cassidy on hers. David Cassidy is one of those guys that he just used to pop up because he was a bit before my time, but he always used to pop up trying to make a comeback, and then he'd be on Swap Shop or Saturday Superstore or Tiswas and just be rubbish. But I'm sure he's a nice guy. And he was always heartthrob David Cassidy, but he was getting a bit on hers. I knew instantly it wasn't to last. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I had Steve Perriman, I had Ozzy Ardiles and Debbie Harry. They were my first three. And then later on, I had David Byrne. I had a few bits of Tottenham things because I used to just get photos out of the programs and just stick those up as well. Mark Cousins, question: do you get the same crap when driving? Been busy, mate. How long you been on? Been on hour and 40 minutes. Same crap. I do get a bit of crap, but I just kind of let it all wash by. There's no point in in letting it get to you or anything like that. It's all right. Like, I've never felt unsafe, so that's the only thing I would ever care about is if someone gets violent or something like that, or really difficult. Worst comes to the worst, I say get out of the car, and after a little bit of, protestation, they get out of the car. But that's so rare. That's literally 1 in 1,000 trips. So it's okay. It's all right. Look, I like driving at the end of the day, so for me, doing it is mainly fun. I'm not going to moan about it too much. Oh, shit weather in London. What a kill surprise. It's not very good here either. Mark Cousins, tis what, Sally James? Something for the dads there, wasn't there? Another question. Oh, good question, Paul. Were you Tiswas or Swap Shop? Well, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever way you look at it, because I lived in London, people in ATV land in Birmingham, they got Tiswas for years before we did in London. So in London, we would have had Swap Shop and something on ITV, which would have been arse. So then Swap Shop came. Oh, Swap Shop all the way. Not Swap Shop. I was Tiswas all the way. Swap Shop was just. It was all right, but Tiswas was just mayhem. It was ridiculous. It was just fun at the peak. It started to wane a bit in its last few years, but when you had Chris Tarrant, Sally James, Bob Carrollgees, Lenny Henry, John Gorman, the Phantom Flanflinger, it was hilarious. And my mum and dad used to find it funny as well. Tiswas, Noel Edmonds. I mean, Noel Edmonds. Oh, we all know what Noel Edmonds did, don't we? Don't we? So, Chris Tarrant's not ever done anything like that. James Poetry, my favourite fake TV band that became a real band is the Monkees. Oh, I used to love the Monkees on TV. There's an old documentary about that when they became a proper band, and it was like a struggle for them because they were mainly actors. But the songs were good. Yeah, the Monkees was fun. Spurs GCTV, Tiswas was best by far. Miles, man, miles. Phantom Flanflinger, that was it. What? You're comparing the Phantom Flanflinger against John Craven. Maggie Philbin versus Sally James. There's no contest. Chris Tarrant versus Noel Edmonds. No competition. It was like they were superior in every way. Every matchup, every team up, they were better. And John Gorman was good. He was in a group called Scaffold, Lily the Pink. Darren Wibbleton asked Steve who he most enjoyed playing with. I think he's come up with a batch of questions for you. Yeah, don't bombard me, man. Don't bombard me because I'll get overwhelmed. So I'll let you know the time and the place, Darren. But I think I know. I think I know who was the answer to that. But no, I don't know actually. I know he likes Glenn and Ozzy a lot. Playing with them. Compost corner. Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. Compost corner. Crazy. Mark Cousins. Noel Edmonds killed the elephants. I wasn't even thinking of that, man. I was thinking of his other mishap. But yeah, it's true, isn't it? The elephants had to be put down for his bloody theme park, Crinkly Bottom Blobby Land. Oh, there was a period of time when, when Noel Edmonds, when he got finally booted off Saturday evening's TV, there was that wilderness period between that and when he did No Deal or No Deal. Now, I was over in Australia at that time, so like the whole Deal or No Deal thing with Noel Edmonds, I missed out on. But there was this period of time when Noel Edmonds was up on his arse. And I remember in that time thinking, I wonder what's happened to Noel Edmonds. And at that time, he was selling this, I don't know, it was a box or something that he said could cure cancer or something. I've forgotten the claims he made of this. And then I think he tried to forge a radio career or something in New Zealand. And he had this website that was preposterous. And I think he was saying, like, oh, I've turned my back on, big TV and all that. As he bollocks. As soon as they came for him, he's, please let me back. Oh, deal. He's just a tit. And he's an elephant killer. Elephant killer. There's old Dumbo walking around one day. That's it. And the elephant just would go, hang on, like that. Noel Edmonds. What about the end of the comments? Does that mean we finish? I'll just have a sip of water and see if anything pops in. Great sound effects. Yeah, well, when I get a different laptop, there's a lot I want to. There's things I want to do, man. Because I know, like when I used to do it on my PC, I used this thing called OBS, which I know how to work, and you can do a lot with it. So once I'm sort of stationary and I know I've got something that isn't going to crash, because that's what the problem with the PC is. It's got the oomph to do almost what I want, but it just gets a blue screen too often. I can guarantee lots more silliness on this channel when I get going. Oh, folks, you know what? What time is it? 9:45. Oh, here we go. I think this is a fitting footnote to the Noel Edmonds story. He's an absolute pig. I don't even know what's he doing now. Hang on, I'll get my phone. I'm curious now because I think no deal's finished, isn't it? I'm curious. I'm pretty sure Deal or No Deal is finished in England, isn't it? Or is it not? I think it has. Which means he's probably back to weirdo Noel flogging magic stones. Down Wimbledon, Jake Thackeray, the Bull. Have a good night, guys. Well, I don't know Jake Thackeray, but have a good night. Good night, Darren. Thanks for the super chat, man, and being a member. Spurs GCTV, back to posters on the wall. Okay, Debbie Harry. Yeah, she's brilliant. Like, because that was one of the first number ones that really, like Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. That was like the first time as me as a child hearing a song that I just really liked for something, like it was, I can't describe. It's like a song I dug. And then almost straight after was Heart of Glass Blondie, and that just, wow, blew my mind, man. So who else we got here? Bruce Lee. Oh, yes. Bruce Lee and Clint Eastwood, man. Yeah, absolutely. Bruce Lee. I mean, yeah, where are these people now? I memean, obviously, Bruce has gone. Muhammad Ali, Steve McQueen, Elvis. Who's up on people's walls now? I wouldn't even know who they are. Wouldn't even know. And the people on people's walls now, in like 50 years, are people still gonna, remember the no. I'm telling you, the world ended in the year 2000, man. We just, we haven't realised it yet. He's killing elephants, probably. I just had to switch my phone on, which takes like 5 minutes. And then, of course, I don't know the PIN number. All right, here we go. And then it just does that for a bit, doesn't it? Starting Android. Technology just. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. No, I like this shout. James Paratrooper, Linda Carter. Yes, man. Oh, beautiful. They don't make women like that anymore. Oh my God, she was stunning in Wonder Woman. Wow, perfect Wonder Woman. Perfect. All right, here we go. Noel Edmonds. What's he doing? Oh, he's looking fucked. Look at his face. Oh my God. So this happens to me sometimes because you lot over there in England might have seen these people, you know, whereas I might not see someone for 10, 15 years and then I'll see them. I'll go, oh my God, what's happened to them? But he looks weird. What's he done? Doesn't that look weird to you? Look, he looks like he's wearing a fake beard or a fake moustache or something. What's he done? So what's he doing? What's he doing? Where's his official website? Oh, let's have a look at Wikipedia. Oh, he's 74, I suppose. But 74, you don't have to look weird. Television career. What's he been doing? He's probably edited this himself now, Noel Edmonds, hasn't he? Oh, he was. So the last thing he's done is I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. He was the first to leave. He was voted out first. That's cool, man. That's cool. So nothing. Where's his official website? Come on, has he not got one anymore? He's on Twitter. Oh, let's see what he's been saying. Has he gone all like crackpot? He supports West Bromwich Albion. So he's just tweeting about West Bromwich Albion. How many followers has he got? 323? No. No, that can't be bullshit. But there we go. That's the Noel Edmonds update. When I get a new laptop, I'll give you much more detail on what Noel Edmonds is doing. Debbie Harry was at Glastonbury this year, so I heard 20 miles from me, and I've never been. I've been to Glastonbury and Reading. It was fun. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Trying to remember. God, it was all fuzzy. Kev Knight, Paul Graham Roberts name popped up the other day. Do you remember him playing? Oh God, yes I did. Yeah, well, there's Fanteeth. Yeah, got knocked out, and he just carried on playing. Playing without his two front teeth in case he swallowed them, his false ones. Yeah, what a great look when he smiled. Oh, that would scare the shit out of you, wouldn't you? Hang on, I wonder if we can. Now that I've got my phone, I don't have to use my laptop to show you things. I can do it with this. Graham Roberts. I mean, bloody hell, this is when men were men. I mean, he's probably got no teeth in that, but look at that. Brilliant. Graham Roberts images. No, I can't find one, but I do remember it though, man. Rich says Noel Edmonds followers. It can't be right. It can't be really him, can it? My nan has 4 followers. How the mighty have fallen. James Paratrooper, I was watching Wonder Woman with my niece. And she said, I guess they didn't make sports bras back in the 70s. No, it was more of a sheepdog bra, right? Round them up and put them in the right direction. 70s and 80s was awesome. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Just for the records. Oh, Future Music. Hello, man. Nice to see you. Just for the record, I saw John Craven in B&Q, which is Bunnings. a hardware store sort of thing. B&Q the other day. Oh, God. I still like it, that program. It was one of those boring Sunday morning programs, Country File, with John Craven. It was just news about what farmers are doing. It's called Country File. I mean, that just sounds like a sheep shagger to me. Like, why call it Country File? Why not Country News or something like that? Country File sounds a bit pervy to me. All right, folks, you know what? I think I will end it there. It's been nearly 2 hours. Laptop's kind of doing okay. I will watch some of it back to see how it looks. Just do a little thing like that. All right, folks. Well, you know, that was a fun stream. Fun stream, considering it's international break, bugger all to talk about. So thanks for keeping me going, folks. That was good fun. And we'll find where the bloody thing is. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing if that's what you've done. If you don't, that's all right. Thanks very much for Darren Wimbledon, new member of the Hotspur Hippie community, and a massive super chat. Let's have a look at who else stumped up here. I clicked on it. Wait half an hour. There we go. All right. So what do we have? What are the gate receipts for this evening? There we go. We've got Tim Preggy. Thanks, man. Oh, I've clicked it. Look, I've clicked it. Maybe I didn't click it. There we go. Thanks, Tim, for the super chat. Who else we got here? We got, God, I'm doing a good job here. Welsh Gal, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Darren Wimbledon, who joined up. Thank you very much. And then stumped in with a huge super chat. Thank you very much. It's very generous of you. Thank you. That'll go a long way, actually. It's cool. In fact, you know what? That's covered the cost of this microphone, which I'm using to do, you know, my videos outside. Like the video I did yesterday, I gave this a nice test walking along traffic, and I think the microphone did really well. So I didn't get a cheap one. I got a decent one, and I think it's a winner. So this is the Darren Wimbledon microphone. Thank you very much. And finally, we got a former person, not a former person, person formerly of Hillingdon, which is where I sort of grew up, with £5 as well. So thanks very much. Thanks for all those contributions, man. It's very nice of you all. And I'm just going to take that off the screen because otherwise the credits don't show up properly. Here we go. Now I'm just trying to find. I'll take that off. Oh, OBS is so much easier than this. This is so clunky. StreamYard. But it does the job, doesn't it? All right, so thanks for the super chats. Thanks for watching. If you're watching it later, I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be around, I don't know, next time. Until then, peace and love, man. Come on, you Spurs.